Let's welcome back to the table anchor Edward Otto Zelke, an accomplished brand influence and marketing leader with a dynamic background in financial services and travel marketing. Edward currently serves as the Director of Marketing and Sponsorship for the world-famous Gay Men's Chorus of South Florida. Yes, he does. He also serves on the Gala Chorus's Communications Committee. Edward, this Pride, GMCSF brings Invincible to Fort Lauderdale. I started seeing the flyers and they look amazing. Tell us what's happening out.
Yeah, the Gay Men's Chorus of South Florida presents Invincible on Friday, June 19th at 8 p.m. at the Au Rene Theater, Broward Center for the Performing Arts in Fort Lauderdale. This powerful world premiere answers the silence left by the Pulse tragedy with music, remembrance, and resilience. Led by Artistic Director Gabe Salazar, the performance features more than 200 voices from the Orlando Gay Men's Chorus, the Gay Men's Chorus of Tampa Bay, and the Miami Gay Chorus, marking Florida's largest queer choral gathering. The Symphony of the America provides orchestra support alongside acclaimed soloists from Seraphic Fire. The second half of Invincible rises into a celebration of strength and joy, featuring anthems like Roar, Stand Up, Lift Every Voice and Sing, and Freedom that speak directly to the resilience of the LGBTQ plus community. Anchored by the concert's title song, Invincible, made famous by Kelly Clarkson, this powerful set reminds audiences that our community has faced hatred, fought for equality, and emerged stronger. Experience a moving tribute to love, loss, and unity. Tickets and more information are available at gmcsf.org. I do want to talk a little bit about the commission piece that's being written. It's called Amor Eterno. It's a Requiem that's being written on behalf of for Pulse. An LA-based composer, Sandra Choi, is composing this for us. I've heard it's a 7-movement piece, and it's so beautiful. It takes us on a little bit of a journey. There's sections called How Beautiful Is Our Morning, where it traces the journey from grief into grace. And you'll hear things like Always Belong to the Dance, where it reclaims the joy of that Latin night specifically, and how resilient we were and how happy we were. So it's really going to take us on such a wonderful journty.
Like you always do, by the way.
Thank you. And then the second half, it'll be just uplifting songs. You'll hear the song from Freedom. Beyonce made that famous. Katy Perry's Roar, like I said. So it'll be some really good, things to walk out. It's also on Juneteenth as well. So we'll be doing a couple pieces related to that as well.
I love that.
It's a real exciting concert coming up.
It's a really exciting collaboration you have there of the different groups. Miami Gay Chorus, Tampa, the others. So that's a really great. I think it's fantastic.
You got me.
And please go, Dino.
You got me a Kelly Clarkson.
Well, he's like the super fan. And so, piggybacking over that, that's an incredible song, right? But I got to mention Pat Benatar's Invincible. That is an incredible song.
That is.
Is there a mashup or something? There's got to be like a mashup or something.
Gabe is also a Kelly Clarkson fan as well. So that Invincible really spoke to him as well. But I'm actually a Pat Benatar fan. So maybe I can kind of convince them on that to actually be a part of that. But you were actually at one of the press conferences and actually got to meet the composer, Sandra Choi.
Oh, I did. Sandra was amazing, and he was very gracious. He sat down with me and our colleague, Steve Rothaus, for an interview right here at Sunshine Cathedral before the chorus sat down to start rehearsing it for the very first time. And I got to hear a little bit of that, and it's amazing. I don't know a lot about music, but I know that requiems are incredibly intricate, incredibly difficult to sing. And Sandra's story, for such a young man, he has such a great story to tell. Like I said, I interviewed him, and I'll be coming out with more of that on Greater Wilton Manors as we get a little closer. We're still 2 months out from the show, so I will start performing that. But he is worth listening to. He really is.
Yes,
I love that.
And he's going to be back in town probably in June just to help with this too. So I hope you all get a chance to meet him. He really is a wonderful asset to, LGBTQ plus choral music.
I love that. You mentioned Gabe. Right? And we're sending him well wishes and healing vibes. He had a surgery a couple of months back and he's still recovering. Will this be his time back, or will we see him before then?
I definitely think you'll see him before that. He's already, done a couple of gigs already. So he's working in very closely. It's just to make sure that he doesn't hurt himself.
Of course.
It's affecting his conducting hands. So, he's got to make sure that, that he's following doctor's orders and his recovery, for that. So, yes, we definitely want him to be conducting this concert. But artistically, he's the force behind it. So he's always got he's always got the pieces going around in his brain, trying to figure out how the story is going to be told. So whether or not he's up there conducting will to be seen, but we are hoping for the best. I think he's going to be there.
Still there. He's still there.
Plus, he's also invincible himself.
Oh, yes,
so,
he is.
I think he's
Yes,
definitely going to make
he
it.
is. Yes, you are. And Queer News Tonight looks forward to seeing you all at GMCSF's Invincible on June 19th. And there is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.